Hey everyone and welcome. This is part one of, I don't know, many more. We're going to call this the scent dogs. Or maybe just Fred said. And maybe this isn't part one. Maybe this is part 7. And anyway, more to come. Let's debunk some of Fred's lies, or at least talk about them. If we can't debunk them, we're going to at least talk about them. So let's get her done.
This video is fair use. It is transformative and is protected under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allows use for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, reporting, teaching, and more.
Man, it's just dang old complicated, you know, man. It's like a dang old Rubik's Cube, man. You like talking about blue, red, man, then you get to one side, and then you like messed up the other side.
I mean, everybody puts me out like I'm so bad and...
No, you seem like a great, nice guy.
Yeah.
You
And I'm nothing like the rest of them. I mean,
Did
that's why they don't like me, because I'm straight up.
Is that why? Okay. Your opinion.
The other guy,
You know?
did those other group come over here and talk to you?
No.
So, am I?
You're the first one. Other than TBI and
Well,
stuff. See, even the cadaver dogs struck all the way up my driveway. But see, Dawn had been here.
yeah. So,
Cadaver dogs struck all the way up my driveway. But see, Dawn had been here.
yeah. So, you told TBI that Don had been here that day?
Yeah. I mean, the cadaver dog, they was here when talking to me, and they come up the road, and he was hitting about the bridge right there hard. They come up the road and went all the way up to that farthest vehicle you see on top and was hitting on it. They never even opened the door, but they ain't nothing in it. I've looked. But I found some bones earlier.
I found some bones earlier. Like, what? Okay, I guess that's why Ziggy took so long to notice that Fred had said, the dogs hit all the way up my driveway. Maybe that's why it took a little bit of time to come out. I don't know, but Fred, when did that happen? Was it the 15th? Was it the 16th? I don't know. Never mind. Let's listen and maybe it will come out. So we're going to listen to a bunch of clips about the scent dogs and maybe we can make some sense of it. Maybe we can't, but we're going to try.
You guys, Fred was just telling me about this today. He said they had the dogs out there and everything when he pulled up. The scent dogs checked his truck when he came in before he went back there, and they did not hit on his truck. Never hit on his truck.
The dogs never hit on his truck.
Okay? The scent dogs went over his truck before he even went back down to 207. The scent dogs later hit at the end of 207's driveway. So, yeah, it was, as far as it hitting on Fred's truck, that is absolutely not true.
Where are you getting your information?
Well, you know, Bobby, I tell them don't take from me, man. They don't life too short, man. They don't want to hold no grudge, man.
Because if they would have hit on Fred's truck, they would have hit when he came in the first time. Well, the only time when he came in at, after Summer had gone missing, and all the police were out there and stuff. They already had dogs out there, and they were checking everybody's truck going in and out, or everybody's vehicles going in and out.
Now, isn't it true that you kind of pass go and skip through the barricade with your trailer June 15th?
I think that was according to Jody Sue, but don't quote me on that. Let's keep going.
So even if you didn't, let's say you stayed in line and the dogs did check your truck and they didn't hit on it. What you're saying is they had the dogs out before you got home on the 15th, and that's when they hit on your property? Well, that would be before Dawn came down and seen you later that night, correct? So therefore, what you're saying is the dogs hit on your property before Dawn got there, didn't hit on your truck, but you were home before you left. Do you not see where there's a problem here? You're pointing fingers at everybody except yourself.
Trev Time asked, I never had the chance to directly ask this, but can Fred address the rumor of the dogs coming to his property and there being a hit? Did they bring the dogs over at all, or what is the deal with that?
I mean, yes, by all means. Please do explain.
What, when did they was,
That hit, what, can you explain that the hit?
that was not the, I was trying to think, it was 16th when of the evening of the 16th.
It was the 16th?
Yes.
So then it wasn't the 15th, the day that Summer went missing in the evening. It's the 16th. Did we just need clarification on that? Did you originally say it was the 15th? Did Ziggy? I'm not sure. I don't have all those details, but I'm just playing you the clips. And we'll try and figure it out as we go.
And
But what the theory was, the law enforcement, they figured it was sent that where Don had been there, come off where they had come up a holler, because he had sent all the way up a holler and stuff, but he got stronger about the time the road got rougher, and they figured it was where the vibration off the vehicle was causing the scent to get more, where the road got rougher.
Well, I'm not really sure what to say, but let's just hear that one more time, because, yeah, I'm not sure. And I'm going to add the TPE subtitles, so this is just what I hear. Hopefully it's correct. I do my best.
The theory was, the law enforcement, they figured it was sent that where Don had been there, come off where they had come up a holler, because he had sent all the way up a holler and stuff, but he got stronger about the time the road got rougher, and they figured it was where the vibration off the vehicle was causing the scent to get more, where the road got rougher.
No. No. I mean, no. I'm not even sure Ziggy's going to be able to understand this one, but let's see what she says.
so where was it though where was the scent? Like, where was it they were hitting? It was like, right, was it at the bottom of the driveway?
No, Ziggy, come on. Get your shit together. It's where the road was rougher, Don't you get it? No, neither do we. I mean, yeah.
Oh, it come all the way up my driveway, and it didn't go toward the camper. It went on there's a little flat, like on past the camper.
Oh, so it went in the wood, kind of off and to the right in the woods.
Yeah, he just went straight up there to that little flat.
Huh.
And see, I had a 2006 Explorer sitting up there, and they just stopped it. That's what people said, that all the dogs hit on that vehicle and stuff. No, I said it stopped at that vehicle.
Okay, so, I mean, there's a lot to unpack there, but just one thing that I did want to talk about was, do you guys remember how everyone attacked Jody Sue for the dogs stopping at her feet? Well, did they stop at this Explorer of Fred's? Did they alert? I mean, we don't have the exact vocabulary besides what's coming from Fred. And what Fred said is not always, anyway, you know what I mean. I'm just kind of wondering though, what does it mean if a dog stops there? Is that an alert? Info at the top of your screen now. But Ziggy, did you not just say that never happened? I'm pretty sure you did. And let's keep in mind that he's saying this took place on the 16th. Well, for now, that's what he's saying. We'll see. All I hear is insanity to me. And he did say hit all the way up his driveway, so there's that. It's crazy. But regardless, let's just go back a few minutes and replay this very short clip from my video that we literally just heard from Ziggy's mouth. And like, that's the thing. She's very adamant about these things at the time. And then when the story changes by Fred said, well, there's always a great excuse and a great reason. So here's your little reminder, and then we'll keep going. And this is from Cursed with Curiosity. Her link will be in the description.
They had the dog out there and everything when he pulled up. The scent dogs checked his truck when he came in before he went back there, and they did not hit on his truck. Dogs never hit on his truck.
Well, I guess that's going to depend on which day you're talking about and which truck. And it's going to depend if you mean hit or stopped. So, yeah, I mean, them hitting all the way up his driveway, it's a little suspicious. Doesn't mean it's him. I don't want anyone to think that I'm here blaming Fred. I mean, anyone, say like there's a kidnapper. They could have walked all over everybody's property. We don't know. So I'm not blaming anyone here. Just wanted to make that clear. Just trying to get all the clips and the facts out there. That's all. So I have to assume that she's referring to the 15th here, which is the day Summer went missing, and the big line of cars, etc. So did they hit or stop on the 15th, 16th, or both?
2006 Explorer sitting up there, and they just stopped it. That's what people said, that all the dogs hit on that vehicle and stuff. No, I said it stopped at that vehicle. That's where they stopped, because that's where I had a vehicle parked at, and it was just a little flat, and they just assumed that maybe somebody had walked up there or something.
But what about the scent at the bottom of is that what people are saying about the scent at the bottom of the truck or whatever? Is that what they mean?
Yeah. That's what they was getting at. When I said it went up to a vehicle that was parked at the top, I never said whether a truck or a car or what.
Dude, I cannot. I don't even know what to say. Like, you guys just keep spreading different stories back and forth constantly. And if you don't believe me, I will keep showing it. Let's keep going. Because this is one of many. Okay, so next they're talking about Don and when he came there, when he didn't, and that's who they're talking about.
Came to them.
Really? He came down there more than... He was
He was there before dark on the damn 15th and talked to him.
Yeah, I know, that's weird. Yeah, so yeah, Fred's never denied that happening.
Okay, so just you, Ziggy, you denied it on his behalf? Is that what happened? I'm asking because I'm still not sure and I'm still confused.
Or that the dog scent, or her scent, it traveled down the whole road, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know either, Ziggy. Make it make sense. I mean, if you can shovel that shit and make it make sense, we're listening.
I do know.
See, they got scent that went onto Richard Goaly's property too, driveway, but it just went so far up his driveway and then back, you know. They just hit so far up his driveway, but not as far as where his cameras was.
So,
and they hit even other places in the hard, but that could have been where certain ones had been around, you know, looking for some or something, go around or something.
Is that how it works though? Like, if Don might have had a small amount of summer scent on him, would the dogs not know the difference? I don't know. I'm actually asking. I'm really not sure. But I can tell you what I smell. I smell a little bit of bullshit here. Okay, let's check out a different video that I've used before, and this is from Lippy Clips, and the link will be in the description for this video. And it's just another video where Ziggy is talking about the scent dogs and the smells and hitting on Fred's property. Hitting, stopping, I can't remember. We're gonna listen to it and we're gonna find out. So let's find out together.
This looks like a job for me. So everybody, follow me, because we need a little controversy.
So it sounds like to me. I need to have Fred Ed himself, he did tell me that the dogs hit at his property and his mom's.
So girl, you did say hit, you didn't say stop, you didn't also say car. But anyway, let's keep listening for this very important information.
So Ed himself did tell me that the dogs hit at his property and his mom's.
And good on you, Lippy, for giving us a date. So the date on Ziggy's video is 1/17/2023. And we have Lippy's the next day. So there's the date, if anyone was wondering.
So that is concerning.
So at least in January of 2023, Ziggy, you were concerned. I mean, so concerned that you were getting in a relationship with him right around that time. Yeah, I mean, that says a lot about you.
So that is concerning. But at the same time, Fred told me this time that he believes that they were trying to set him up. And he said it's very possible that they were trying to put her in one of those vehicles that he was towing out.
Wow. Funny how things change, because now it's Dawn walking up and down the road and vibrations of cars or something. I'm still not quite sure I've got that one down, but anyway, we can always rewind and listen to that part again. Setting him up. Okay. And they were trying to set him up and maybe put her in one of those vehicles he was towing out? Wait, did he tow any vehicles that day? I don't know, I'm so confused over that part too. Wow, you guys are in a big mess. All of it, a giant mess. Your stories don't line up.
I don't know. According to Fred, he did tell me, I mean, he didn't seem worried at all. Like, he was like, they hit on my, near the bottom of my driveway, down. So all the way at the end of Ben Hill Road, where he's seeing Andy and them come down, as he's going back and forth to his mom's, which is, right here, I believe.
Yes, his mom's. And then his property is right here, I believe.
I mean, I can really help a lot with Jason, not much about the death, but some very. Are you one who went to whose house? Oh, to whose house? I really don't. I don't know. I still believe Fred because I mean, he's never been like, I don't know. He never says I don't know, or hesitates like Andy was doing.
No, he just changes his story constantly and adds all kinds of new weird things. And yeah, things can be added as people remember them. But dude, come on. This is not normal. None of this is normal. The only thing that I thought was strange, even maybe just a little bit, is that Andy couldn't remember which car he was driving that day, but maybe he has a bunch of cars. I don't know. I mean, one little weird thing shouldn't take us off into some tangent, right? It's a pattern we want to look for. A pattern of stories that are made up, or that seem made up, and the story continues to change constantly. And that's what we're seeing here. Again. And that's not just with Fred. That's with Ziggy too. No matter what he says and does, she will have his back. And sure, I guess a wife should do that for their husband, but you wouldn't catch me doing that in a missing child's case. Come on. You said it yourself, Ziggy. You were concerned, at least at this point. Yet, you continued. Is it for money? Is it because you have some sort of obsession with Summer Wells? I don't know. I'm not accusing you of either. I'm not sure. I still don't get it. It makes no sense. It is literally a crazy mystery to me. I mean, I do have my thoughts and theories, but they could go either way.
Man, it dang old complicated, man?
It's like Andy was doing, he just freely speaks like normally.
Oh, he speaks all right. And that's the problem. And that's why we have all these different concoctions of stories that don't make sense. And Ziggy, you add to it and you make it worse for him. You make it worse for both of you. Maybe you should just stop. Stop exploiting Summer Wells. And your husband wouldn't be looked at strangely like he is now. And has been for the last, I don't know how long, ever since you walked up his driveway. And according to locals, it's been a crazy long time that he's been looked at like that. like someone who can't be trusted with their stories. And plenty of other things.
What's the likelihood you can ring Fred to come on panel sometime? Yeah, very, very low. Do you know any locals that would help them connect to Wi-Fi? That would be so enlightening. I was hoping to get them to, take them out to eat.
Well, I mean, yeah, why wouldn't you? You took Dawn and Candace out to eat, and you came home, and you had nothing but nice things to say about them. And that changed very quickly once your live chat decided to, I don't know, give you hell for it because they think they're guilty. Innocent until proven guilty, Ziggy, for your husband. That's for the Wells. That's for Andy. That's for anyone. Get it through your head.
Man, it dang old complicated, you know?
So I think this is going to be a series about Fred Hill and his inconsistencies. I don't want to say they're lies, but some of them have turned out to be lies. But mostly, yeah, a lot of inconsistencies, a lot of added things that are completely crazy. Like, for example, the Rose Bly situation. He swore up and down that he knew Rose Bly and had seen her there. Here's another example of something that Laura said. And I know that's not what Fred said, but they usually agreed with one another back then. So let's just listen to this clip really quick, and I'm going to decide where this video is going to go from here.
So please tell me what I've done to you, Molly, because I've wronged you so much. Bitch, sit the down. You are such a fucking liar.
Oops. Oh, geez. My bad. Sorry. Wrong Laura. My bad. I should take that out, but I won't because it's kind of funny. Anyway, let's listen to the other Laura, and that is Fred's ex, and let's hear what she has to say. And this is when her and Ziggy were, I believe, driving in the car, and Ziggy was going to get her some groceries or some things, I think. And this video is from Cursed with Curiosity, and we have a short clip from it, so thank you, Cursed, and your link will be in the description. Please, guys, go sub up.
Every time Fred tells the story, he don't do.
It's the same thing.
It's the same.
Your destination is on the right.
I try to tell people that.
No. Every time Fred tells a story, that is not what happens. I mean, sure, sometimes that's what happens, but we have many examples of when Fred tells a story that details change. And I'm going to show you that in just a few minutes. Again, another example.
It's the same thing.
It's the same.
Your destination is on the right.
I try to tell people that.
And I told Fred, I said, man, I'm so tired. I know this makes me sound awful, but I get so tired of hearing about it over and over.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's nothing to you. I mean, I want to see him find her. Don't get me wrong.
Sorry, I'm stopping it again. I just wanted to say how much I appreciate that Cursed has put up the subtitles, because I know that you can't just run the random generated ones. They don't work. So I appreciate the time and effort that goes into that. I do it as well. And if you guys aren't subbed up to Cursed with Curiosity, please do. She's going to have multiple links in the description to the videos that are in this video and her channel. So please go sub up.
I don't mean...
I'm sure you get...
I feel like that's like part of my young, Because that little girl comes to my house a lot.
She did.
And she plays with my kids a lot.
Okay, so I want you to remember that little girl came to my house a lot. She played with my kids a lot. And she's referring to Summer playing with her kids a lot. Is that even possible? I don't know. Let's listen again.
Because that little girl comes to my house a lot.
She did.
And she plays with my kids a lot. Kids is a lot older, but my kids are like kids.
So your kids used to stay down there at,
Oh, no, they didn't ever go down there.
stay down there at Fred, or at your guys' place down there.
Well, if she's telling the truth, then perhaps their kids had some visitation, because we do know from public record that Laura and Fred unfortunately lost their children due to abuse and neglect. So there's that. But maybe they had visitation with a supervisor or something. I'm not sure. But anyway.
Yeah. Or Let's see.
Oh yeah, our kids used to be with us.
Yeah.
We had our kids up until fucking.
Yeah, up until when?
Well.
Well, based on public record, they had lost their children when they were living in Virginia. And it's a very sad situation. It's a very sad file to read. Yeah, trigger warning on that.
Well, if it was, well, she's only, well then, that would mean that your kids just play with the boys then, right?
Yeah.
Not her, because.
But my kids played with, but they come down on vacation.
So she said, my kids played with, and she didn't finish her sentence. And then she said, they'd come down on vacations and stuff. She either said vacations or visitations. I couldn't quite make it out. So I think even Ziggy clearly figured it out. Her kids didn't play with Summer. I don't even know if they played with the boys. I mean, there's no way to know, but it did seem a little fabricated, and it's sad. But why do people want to put themselves in a situation where, oh yeah, Summer was a huge part of my life? And I know Fred has gone back and forth on that too. There's been discrepancies there. And we know that both Fred and Laura lied about going to the scrapper that day. Why would they do that? What is the point? It doesn't make sense. I have that clip and I will try to get it into this video if I can. And if not, it'll be in the next one. I just think you should believe nothing, really, at this point. Believe law enforcement. That's it. Don't believe me. Don't believe what you hear on here, these clips. Believe nothing but what law enforcement is telling you. And those are just my thoughts.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't understand much at the end there, but I think Ziggy kind of busted her out a little bit there. Lies, lies, more lies, fabrications, living in a dream world. I don't know. It makes me sad, to be honest. It makes me sad. Why is Summer's name always being used by so many people? It's sad. So I do want to get into a couple other things in this video or in this series, depending on how long this video is, but I think I do want to talk about the wiring. How Fred said he was wired by TBI, and then it was changed to Hawkins County, and it was also deleted at one point, and then, ooh, it was miraculously returned. I don't know. I think it's nuts, but let's listen to a few clips regarding that. And then we'll probably end up having to do more on part 2. I would like to talk about the lie detector and cotton and a few things like that as well. So for now, I don't know, let's just start with this video. Well, we've got some Gavel Geeks and we've got some Walk Your Talk. So I will show you those videos and links, and they'll both be in the description. But first...
Hey man, it's 911. I ain't in here no megalomart, man. It go this boom, man, there's a fire there. And it don't that gum that come out everywhere, man. I don't know, saw Nick man run out there. I don't know if he Chuck Mangione gonna be come down here.
Sir, you are going to have to speak more slowly. I cannot understand you.
I tell you what, man, and them Y2K, man, they know when the mainframe's gonna come crashing down on that grid, man. That look like a damn apocalypse now, man.
Let's do it.
One of the things that, so you'll find this, that if any question is asked to Fred about, do you know anything about, say, wooden barrels? Yeah, they're up at Jody Sue and Andy's. Mm-hmm. Everything, the answer is Jody Sue and Andy. Everything you ask. There are no wooden barrels up there. There weren't wooden barrels up there when we were there, November of 2022. I was the only one that was up there, but there were no wooden barrels there. So it's not like they just got rid of them real quick. They're just not there.
So I do have a memory of there being some sort of oil barrels. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone is welcome to. I think that Andy did speak on those barrels and that he did get them from work and that he was able to resell them or something. So that is a memory that I have of listening to Andy, and I'm pretty sure it's true. I think I'm right, but let me know if I'm not. I could be wrong, but yeah, not a wooden barrel. You wouldn't put oil in a wooden barrel, in my opinion, I guess. I don't think. And from my recollection, people Fred were running with this wooden barrel thing because of some psychics that came out. So, yeah, let's listen. I think they talk more about that.
If you were like, oh, I see one. I saw one in the footage of Ryan's. No, you didn't. You didn't.
What do the
You
wooden
might have.
barrels matter anyway? I mean,
It was a psychic. A psychic.
Yep, those psychics, they sure cause a lot of problems in cases. And I do know it was Reverend Donna Serafina who brought up the barrels. And then, of course, there was another lady, Sarah something, who, of course, Ziggy got involved with and was hanging out with in her chat and talking to her. And yeah, they brought up a barrel too. I think it was red. I could be wrong. Anyway, yeah, that's where the barrels came from. That's where they originated. It was from psychics, internet psychics who, so far haven't been right. Not that we know of anyway. I wonder if Fred watches these psychics on YouTube. I mean, we know he definitely watches YouTube and, well, never mind. I do think that you bunk psychics need to take a hike, because you hurt cases as well, just as much as Ziggy and her stupid rods and cards. And I know, it's a whole nother video, but many of these psychics and mediums and card readers and dowsing rods and whatever else, spirit boxes also. Yes, many of you are hurting cases, you're hurting families, and you're hurting these missing kids. And it's very sad.
oh my goodness.
And another psychic said something about somebody that chews on toothpicks. And Fred said, that's Andy's dad who chews on toothpicks. I was like, Andy, does your dad chew toothpicks? He said, no, never that I know of.
Why are we doing psychics now? God,
because that's all getting blended in, and Fred is validating some of the things that the psychic is saying. And Ryan also debunked some things Fred said. He had him going out there to search at Laurel Run Park. And Ryan just went ahead and talked to Cotton Simpson's family, who gave a different story than Fred did about how he passed away. So I don't know about that either. The excuse was that Ryan was talking to the wrong family members.
And it sucks. It's all hearsay. Every single word is hearsay. And people getting involved with families, and it bothers me. It bothers me a lot. We shouldn't be reaching out to families of missing children. Their parents, their sisters, cousins, brothers, neighbors, aunts, uncles. It's just not for me. I don't like that. I don't talk. I kind of understand wanting to prove things and get the truth out there, but can we really trust anyone at this point? It sure doesn't feel like it.
I don't know, but it's a lot, and there's always an excuse, there's always a reason that it should be okay, that this false information's out there, and there's just not. None of this is okay. What's your guys' favorite thing? I know Nana might have a couple.
All right, dun, 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 dun. Let's get started with some of our favorite Fred said moments. And no, they're not my favorite, but I understand what they're saying here. Like, what is the most ridiculous thing that you think Fred has said thus far? Let's listen and find out, and it will turn into something here.
Ooh, I have one.
Yeah.
It's the entire circumstances surrounding the polygraph and the statements that he made about it when he was in jail. I think about it a lot.
It's true.
Yeah, he refused to calibrate the equipment is essentially where I stop. Because nothing after that, I mean, sure, you can look at the data, you can look at all of the biometric signals that you get and say, this is probably this is probably that, based on your experience as a polygrapher. But each person is a little bit different, especially things like EEG readings are going to be different from person to person, depending on what kind of medications they're on. All kinds of things can affect those. Well, that's part of how you're reading the information to interpret it. And if someone refuses to establish the baseline in a polygraph by saying, my name is Clark Kent, or your name's Clark Kent, is that true?
Oh, I cannot resist playing this in this moment. Sorry, interruption.
Superman, Clark Kent.
Those who know, they know, and it's from one of my previous videos, just for fun. All right, let's keep going.
He said he wouldn't lie at all. So he wouldn't establish a baseline. So then everything is just junk, and that's why they couldn't form a conclusion about the results.
So I think we'll go back to the lie detector stuff in the next video, but for now, let's just have a little palate cleanser, and then we're going to move on to some more Fred Said, of course.
This is a silly question, but people want to know because they're getting you items for when you go to rehab. They said boxers or briefs. Boxers, he said, guys. Fred said, Fred said, get real. Fred said, Fred says, I don't get mad over things people say. So Fred said he thought that, yeah, that's how Fred says it too, like wearing a wire but Fred said, get real.
All right, let's listen to another video, and this is by Walk Your Talk, and this is to show the difference between two stories that Fred has said, and I think it's important. 622, here we go. Oh, and sorry, one more thing. I just wanted to show my appreciation again for the subtitles. You guys are going to have subtitles to read. I know it can be hard to understand Fred at times due to his accent and stuff, and also the bad recording quality. So thank you. Thank you guys so much for showing the subtitles. Walk Your Talk did it. Kirst has done it. I've done it. I know Lippy's done it. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. I know it's not easy. It takes time. So thank you. Here we go.
I want to say this over the device, it is like somebody laughs out loud, just real loud. And then when we go back, and then to be honest, go back to review what was being recorded, you can watch on. It's like their joke was on, I don't know, it was on, I don't know what it was. I mean, they can't even figure it out why everything we had on there. And when that light comes up like that, I leave it off like it's my phone, you know. But it's out loud, just, I mean, crazy, you know. I mean, it chills in my phone.
Oh my God.
John's trying to look at me, and I had my phone in my hand, I said, yes, from home, you know. And then we talked a few more minutes, and I made up the film back here, and we was going to go over some stuff, and they didn't know what was on there. They didn't like such a thing, and they didn't know what they had it put up. I could erase anything off of it, you see. And he just in some place like that, and nothing else.
But could they hear you guys while you were,
They can't figure out how he got like clean like your life, and they even heard live, you know.
they were listening while you were over there.
Crazy.
So if he would have like attacked you, they would have known or something?
It's somebody that's done it real high tech and like, I mean, know what they're really doing, you know, to be able to do something that advanced in technology like that, you know what I mean? To be able to break the code and shit down.
And then, but they were able to hear you guys' conversation still though, right? But they just didn't get recorded?
We done had so much recorded on it prior to that, you see, and then some done recorded onto something else, but once that light went over, it just wiped everything we had, even up to that date and everything, quite clean, just like that device was just a clean slate.
So this is from a channel called Walk Your Talk, as I mentioned, and it's called, Was It Hawkins County or Was It TBI, Fred Hill? And this video needs more views, so please do go over there, check out that channel, subscribe, and give some views, because these videos are important and not enough people are seeing them. And you clearly heard him say TBI.
It's probably 15 hours of...
Okay, so this clip is from when Fred and Andy both were on Ziggy's panel at the same time, March 2024, so not quite that long ago. Anyway, let's listen. I'm sure we'll hear something important.
I mean, I even looked Laura up at the gas station before for y'all. I mean, why do you want to bring my business out here like that? I had nothing to do with Summer, bro. There was people running that holler all hours of the night, and they weren't coming to my house.
Burn. I mean, that's true. Look at the one who's got the arrest records for the math. There's that.
I mean, I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to be civilized, mannerable, everything with every one of y'all. But you're trying to tell me for 3 years now, if I was on that road on the 15th line to the police, you know damn good and well that they'd have come snatch me up or something. I mean, they snatched you up. They got you for something you didn't do in 21, did you? Was them charges from 21, Fred?
Well, I think he did do it, if we're talking about the boots.
Into 21. Yeah.
Okay. If I had been, if they wanted me, don't you think they'd come got me on some weed charges? They'd come got me on something.
They wasn't worried about that.
Okay, if they're not worried about that, bro, why are you persecuting me for 3 years? Because you say I was on the road. I'm saying I wasn't on the road. Why can't we move forward? Did you try to help find Summer instead of everything else? Andy was not on
It keeps coming back to you in Knoxville and stuff. Like, you keep coming up as a problem. Like, I don't think they're so into you because they're
5 seconds. Okay, look, please, 5 second rule. Let me get 5 seconds, please.
Go ahead. Oh, he's going outside. I thought he needed 5 seconds to talk. Fred, do you know somebody named, who placed the wire? FBI or local narcotics? What time and what date, Fred?
All right, here we go. So we know he first said it was TBI, and he talked about what TBI did and how it got deleted and all that stuff. So let's listen and find out what he says now.
Fred, do you know somebody named, who placed the wire? FBI or local narcotics? What time and what date, Fred?
What now?
Who placed the wire? Who, had you, what agency?
Hawkins County.
Hawkins County, how'd you do it? What day and time?
Well, it was on the 15th, around 8:30.
Okay, so we have a discrepancy here, and also, come on, ridiculous. So within two and a half hours, actually less than that, you've been wired up, Fred, like they go to you. Come on. I smell bullshit again. More bullshit. Come on. This seems crazy to me. It's just me though, and my opinion on my channel. What else could I do but share the clips with you and you decide for yourself.
So 8:30, and then that's when you walked right down. Then you walked right down there, right? And then that's when you got these conversations.
Yeah, I got down there probably 8:45 or so.
Come on. This has got to be a joke to some of you. Seriously. Do you not see it? He literally said it was TBI. Let's review that quickly. Very quickly.
First, when I checked my hand for TBI, and was taking so far. I was talking down and stuff there, and I don't want to take this over the device. I don't want to take this over the device. It was like somebody laughed out loud, just real loud. And then when we go back, me and TBI said, go back to review what was been recorded, it's the right thing. It's like their joke was on.
And then he literally changed it to Hawkins County after. And it wasn't deleted. Like, what? Come on. Do you not smell a bunch of bullshit? I know I do. Also, more recently, someone asked him, Ziggy, I think, and he did say that it was Hawkins County Special Tactic Unit, or Special Tactics Unit. Does Hawkins County have a Special Tactics Unit? I mean, maybe they do. I don't know what's true. Which one is true? The first thing, the second thing, the third thing? No idea. All right, well, that was from Walk Your Talk, and the link will be in the description. Now we're going back over to Gavel Geeks, and it's the snake oil. So let's review some of that.
Ooh, I have one. Yeah. It's the entire circumstances surrounding the polygraph and the statements that he made about it when he was in jail. I think about it a lot.
It's true.
Yeah, he refused to calibrate the equipment is essentially where I stop. Because nothing after that, I mean, sure, you can look at the data, you can look at all of the biometric signals that you get and say, this is probably this is probably that, based on your experience as a polygrapher. But each person is a little bit different, especially things like EEG readings are going to be different from person to person, depending on what kind of medications they're on. All kinds of things can affect those. Well, that's part of how you're reading the information to interpret it. And if someone refuses to establish the baseline in a polygraph by saying, my name is Clark Kent, or your name's Clark Kent, is that true? He said he wouldn't lie at all. So he wouldn't establish a baseline. So then everything is just junk. And that's why they couldn't form a conclusion about the results.
Fred says, I don't get mad over things people say, but when the real truth comes out, most people are going to look so stupid. I'm telling you, I know. But I think that a lot of people don't take Fred seriously because he's not so outspoken. You know what I mean? And so argumentative and stuff,
Oh, okay. That's what it is. Oh, okay. I get it. No. Sure.
But I've noticed with Fred, he just says what he means. He means what he says. He doesn't repeat himself. Fred said
he refused to lie even on the baseline because he said he won't lie for anybody.
Lie detector determined that was a lie.
Asked him to lie for a baseline, and he said that he would not lie for them or for anybody. So I don't know what I was like. I just said, "Oh well." I didn't think he was being actually serious.
Oh no, of course not. Of course not.
So maybe, and then because I just saw somebody's text that said maybe he didn't lie on the baseline questions. Well, according to Fred said he refused to lie even on the baseline because he said he won't lie for anybody.
And I just truly believe him. That's just the truth because because of my own research, everything that I put together and everything that keeps pointing towards certain ones, it's not that I'm just defending Fred blindly, and that's what people want to think, but it is what it is. You say that. You keep saying that he lied. You keep saying that, but you don't freaking tell us anything he lied about. You tell us about cotton, his opinion on Cotton's voice in a recording, if it was cotton or not. You said it was a lie because Fred said that he thought that was cotton. That was your lie that you came up with. That's a lie? Everything was accidentally erased on the recording device. So Fred said he thought that there was something that I think they were able to recover most of it or something. I think when Ziggy said wore a wire, some folks took it literally. And yeah, that's how Fred says it too, wearing a wire. But that's why I asked him specifically. I'm like, so when you say wearing a wire, what do you mean? Did they actually suit you up with, wires and cameras or what? He's like, no, it's just a regular recording device. Fred said he only needed $2,500 to get out. I don't know.
All right, well, that was a lot, and I do want to go over a lot more. I want to go over Andy on the road. I'd like to go over more about the lie detector and cotton, and I know I would like to review more of Gavel's video, the snake oil video. It's so long, so hopefully we can kind of condense it down to something a little easier for Ziggy to pay attention to, because she seems to think it's too long to listen to. So there's that. Maybe we can give her a good reason to pay attention and realize that, yeah, there's a lot of lies, and she's included in those lies. All right, so I was going to end this here, but I think it's important that we address Andy in the road a little bit more here. Ziggy, you and Fred are absolutely ridiculous. It's uncalled for. It's disgusting. You have slandered more people than I can even count. There should be a Ziggy slandered me support group at this point. You have literally no proof that Andy was in the road that day. All you have is what Fred said. However, we have things that kind of prove that Andy probably wasn't in the road that day. I mean, is it proof? Foolproof proof? No, not necessarily, but it's a whole hell of a lot more evidence than you've shown. You haven't shown anything. You have Fred said's word, and that's it. We've got Andy's word. We have a phone call to his boss, actually 2 of them technically, but only one was recorded. and put on YouTube. Ryan spoke to Andy's boss or his boss's son, one or the other, and was also told that Andy was at work all day and didn't leave and wouldn't have had time to leave. So there's that. And then we also have texts from Jody Sue that prove conversation of when he left from work and things of that nature. You can go to Jody's channel to check that out. I'm not going to put that in here because I don't exactly know where they are at this point, but we are going to listen to a few recordings. And we also have Andy's recording where he phoned Detective Pruitt himself, and they weren't worried about him, but they did have something to say about Fred. So let's go through some of the proof, or at least whatever you want to call it. It's more proof than Ziggy and Fred have, that's for darn sure, because they have none. So first, we're going to listen to Ziggy having a little cray-cray moment. Let's do that first. And this is from Lippy Clips, again, and I will put that link for you in the description as well. It is a really, really great video, and I may play some of it in part 2, but you guys should go watch the whole entire thing. Link will be in the description.
I've seen it around plenty of times, you know already that we absolutely believe and know Andy's involved. Allegedly, in our opinion. I just have to say it like that. I'm to the point, like, I'm about to go just, like, all in and bet the house on it, which I don't have a house, but bet the farm. Come on. Come on. Come on. I would bet my life on it that Andy's involved. Seriously, I would bet my life. May I be struck dead if he's not involved. May I please be struck dead if Andy Bernard is not involved in Summerwell's disappearance or has some kind of knowledge.
Wow, Ziggy, you're absolutely insane. You have no proof, and you're going on stories by Fred Said, who was on meth for a very long time. And he was on it around that time, and God knows what else he was on at that time. You are insane, in my opinion. And you just refuse to listen to reason. And that, my friends, that is concerning. That, amongst many other things with that girl. The decision-making abilities, the delusions, and so much more.
Please strike me dead now if he is not involved. That's how confident I am. Oh, it is for parents too, Tangy.
Oh, of course it is. I mean, it's everybody, right? It's Jody Sue, it's Andy, it's Dawn, Candace, Grandma. I mean, who else have you accused? Cotton? Who else is Fred accused? I mean, there's more. There's a lot more, and this is not normal, Ziggy. You do this for money, and you're insane. And that's just my opinion. I'm allowed to have it. All right, next we're going to listen to the other Adrian's phone call to Andy's boss. So here's that.
Oh, okay. My name is Adrian. I have a YouTube channel that's been covering the Summer Wells case. I've been talking to Andy Bernard quite a bit over the last several months, and he told me he was working for you when Summer Wells went missing. I know the TBI has probably talked to you, but I just wanted to confirm that Andy was at work on June 15th, 2021, if you can tell me that, and see if you remember what time he got there and what time he left that day.
So again, this is one of at least 2 people who have talked to Andy's boss's son. And TBI obviously has spoken to them as well. So Ziggy, pay attention. Come on. What you're saying doesn't make sense. You have no proof. And Andy actually does kind of have some proof. So why you continue with this, I don't know. But you're looking kind of stupid. And you just putting the blame on people so easily, that's so dangerous. Do you have any idea how dangerous it is to do that to a human? Multiple humans. You lie on people constantly. Stop it.
I know it's it's been a while, and I know you're probably sick of
I
it.
think we went through, the best I can remember. I'm almost positive he was here that day. I do not remember what time he got here or what time he left, anything like that.
Okay. What time do your guys normally leave that, like, whenever they're done?
Yeah, generally it's about 36 o'clock.
Okay. All right. And then, do you remember if do you guys have cameras at your place?
we do.
Okay, so he would have been seen on camera if he was there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, okay.
Now, obviously, my cameras don't go back 2 years.
Right. And then, you know, the TBI probably came for that stuff, or did they talk to you guys or whatever?
I know they came up here, but I'll be honest, I really don't remember.
Okay.
If we pulled up video or.
Okay.
I know they came up here and talked to him.
Okay.
I don't know if they ever. Gosh, I know. I'm sorry. I'm not allowed to help.
No, that's okay.
I have no doubt that TBI has made sure that Andy was indeed at work.
I really don't remember, honestly.
That's okay. I've been talking to Andy quite a bit over the last couple months because of, you know, he's been pulled into this because of, you know, his ex-girlfriend, and because of, you know, just everybody has been because of, you know, the social media stuff. So I was just trying to clear it up, you know, for him, because, you know, I know he's stuck by that he was at work all day and left work about, yeah.
As best I can remember, he was, and I do think at some point we did go back and visit that and look and stuff. And
okay.
I swear, the best I can remember, he was that day. You know, here. I know he was here that day, all day. You know, I'm pretty sure, but
okay.
I just really don't remember the specifics of it being this long.
Okay, so
I know they came up here and talked to him, but I don't remember if they said anything to us or not. They definitely didn't make a big deal about it if they did. But
okay.
I feel like I remembered it. So
okay, well, that confirms what he's been saying. So.
Now let's listen to Andy's call to Detective Pruitt. He took it upon himself to phone because of all of these accusations, which seem pretty much unfounded in my opinion. And again, we can only go based on what we have to look at as so-called evidence. We have Ellie doing their jobs, I'm sure, and we have these phone calls. We have Andy's word, and then we have Fred's word, and then we have Ziggy, who's going off of Fred's word, and nothing else. So I'm going to save some more things for part 2. I'm going to play part of Andy's phone call, and I'm going to give you the link to go watch the full phone call on his channel. So I will play you some relevant parts on the way out here, and we'll go from there, and I'll see you for part 2. But don't leave yet. This is not the end. There is more to come. Let's just listen, and I'll see you soon. Toodles!
Detective Pruitt.
Yes, sir. How you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
All right.
Unless concrete leads come up that we can sort of verify the direction it's headed, we're just accepting concrete leads, and your name has not come up.
Okay. Well,
that, and I wouldn't put too much faith in what Fred Hill is saying.
Well, I kind of knew that for the rip.
But like I said, your name is not relevant to the investigation, so you don't have anything to be concerned about.
Okay, I greatly appreciate that. That eases my mind a lot, and I greatly appreciate you, sir.
Have a good day.
You too, sir. Thank you.
That, and I wouldn't put too much faith in what Fred Hill is saying.
Man, it's just dang complicated, you know, man.
Step right up! Step right up, ladies and gentlemen! Step right up! What do we have here? Welcome to the carnival, ladies and gentlemen! Step right up, and I'll let you in. Hope you got a heart of gold. It'll test you, friend. Think you got it figured out? Guess again for the carnival. Ladies and gentlemen, come on, play the games. We'll pretend you win. You're a hardy soul, a fine specimen.
Snuffleupagus, what are you doing?
Oh, hi, Susan. Hi, kids. I am doing some snuffle sizes.
Snuffle sizes?
Yeah, those are exercises for the snuffle. Yeah, the snuffle shuffle.
Okay, take it, kids.
Let's do the snuffle shuffle.
Step within the circus tent, let's begin. Get ready for the ride of your life. I mean business, like the sharp side of a knife. I'm the ringleader. Mostly you don't see me, cause I stay out of the spotlight. It's easy, believe me, cause you're so distracted by what's in center stage being overacted. The ropes and elastic, the sawdust and sequins, they tell a story you all just believe in. You're so gullible, as long as it's colorful, bright and shiny. Yes, isn't it wonderful? Stay comfortable, relax, sit and watch it while I creep behind your backs and pick pockets. I don't stop at nickels and dimes when I want your time and the thoughts from your mind. Don't worry, it's fine. Stop looking backstage. Why you so curious? Act your age. Welcome to the carnival, ladies and gentlemen. Step right up, and I'll let you in. Hope you got a heart of gold. It'll test you, friend. Think you got it figured out? Guess again. What a carnival, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, play the games. We'll pretend you win. You're a hardy soul, a fine specimen. Step within the circus tent. Let's begin. Acrobats contort and twist the truth. Things in cages cavort just for you. Clowns fight each other and pretend they died. They're so good you forget they're on the same side. See that tightrope walker? Place your bets. She might fall and there's no safety net. Ah, your face is wet. Are those tears of joy?